on, guys? Noah here with Crooked Path Paranormal. We are here for an exciting paranormal investigation yet again. We're here at the famous Gill House. As always, got me, Noah. Christopher is here with me. And for our very first ever collaboration, we've got Damian with 27 Spirits. Come on, guys, go follow those guys. Give them a like, follow their stuff. What they do is absolutely amazing. And just want to say I'm so appreciative of the opportunity to work with you. I know we're probably going to do this many times after this, but
I don't see why not.
Right. So we're going to have a fun night tonight. All kinds of stuff that I think we got in store for us tonight. As we kind of just walk throughout the house, so many different feelings with just different energies. You know, a thing that me and Christopher talk about a lot is layers of energy in a place. And if this is a place that has that, it's a big one. I don't know why I want to say this, but I want to say, starting off, that this place feels a lot like the Bill Manor. I don't know why I say that, but I feel like it has some sort of relevance. So let's kind of put a pin in that and see where that goes. So let's get started. All right, guys. So as always, what we kind of like to do here at Crooked Path Paranormal to start our investigations is we kind of do a tarot card reading just to kind of give us any sort of inclination towards maybe what we need to focus on or any hidden things that might come up later that in the moment we might not even know what to do with it, but it'll kind of guide us in a certain type of way. And it's kind of fun just to see if there is anything that comes up now that we might feel or say in the moment, and then later on it just kind of validates itself in a sort of way. So I always think that's kind of cool, so that's what we're going to do.
Sometimes what comes up here too goes perfectly in order. Sometimes it's the exact progression of the night, and other times it's all over the place, and we have to just figure things out as we go, and more often than not, don't realize how the pieces fit together until the end of the night. So I'm not putting any expectation like that into how this will go.
It also helps too, like a lot of times, because we don't necessarily come in with a full, like, drawn out plan. So sometimes it kind of gives us a little bit of a structure to what we're about to do.
Right.
So that kind of helps too. The thing that we're going to be doing a little bit differently than what typically we do for a tarot card reading, typically for the tarot card reading, I'm not really involved in it at all. But we're kind of going to do something as an experiment that somebody brought up over the weekend that I thought was a really cool idea, especially as I'm kind of coming a little bit more into my own abilities. And what it kind of is as we lay out the cards, before we turn them over, I'm just going to touch a card, say something real quick about it, now maybe what comes to mind or something I feel, and we're going to see if what I say is at all valid in what the card is or represents. And that'll be more on Christopher and his knowledge to tell us that.
I'll throw out to the few pieces that I might expect to come through here just based on our time here so far. You've both heard me mention the kitchen when we were getting the tour, and I looked through the kitchen door, which was closed, but you could see that space underneath and on the side. Not once, but twice, I could see someone moving around in the kitchen. When I went in there, I felt nothing, but I keep seeing something from outside the door. That has my attention. When I walked around taking pictures, I saw a face come around the corner in the attic. It was there, it was gone. It was so fast, I had no time to process, was that a man, a woman, a child? Something got my attention, so I anticipate that might be here. Outside, I said that this is another instance where I feel like there's something that is not getting the attention that it needs or deserves. So that thought's in my mind as I'm about to do this. And the last thing I'll say before I cut anything is that she was on the floor over here, and I felt the need to move her up onto the table for this. That's all I'll say about that for right now.
She's got something with her.
I agree.
I feel that there is, like, physically I'm not feeling, mentally I'm feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
Like I'm feeling like a wavelength. You do your thing.
No, I'll follow that up by saying I very much agree with you that she's
Yeah.
got something with her, and I haven't spent enough time with her yet to determine, is it that she's not getting the attention she needs?
That's
Is
where-
this the piece
That's
that...
where my mind goes to. So I feel like, I mean, right, we can't really say too much with that right now, but I very much feel the same way that you are, especially just if you think of it in the sense of we found her on the floor.
Right.
That's just general imagery as far as like she's not up somewhere high. She's just on the floor, just sitting there.
Just in the background.
Right.
In the background, not getting attention.
Right.
And the other thought in my head too is, well, who is it that's with you? Are you supposed to be in this space? Do you belong in the library, or is there a room that's more suited for whoever she really is?
Right.
That thought's there too. So often recently I've been doing weird things when I cut. This is going to be no exception. No, you stay the direction you were placed. You don't get to determine that.
Or does it?
Not yet. I will keep in mind that happened with the second one. I'll file away.
Because I feel like that's going to go in part of what I probably say here, because I felt a certain type of way when that happened, so I'm like, can I go with that? I want to say that the general feeling I'm getting about this card in particular is very much just peace. I'm getting very much of a just peace, like the house itself maybe, and that things are the way they are for a reason, and they want to keep it that way is what I'm getting for that. The second card, just to jump into it, I think this is somebody that maybe wants something to change. Whether it's just a part of how people think about this person, or they want the more attention thing, maybe, possibly. But whatever it is, while it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's more of just something needs changed.
Mhm.
The first thing I thought of with this third card is the attic. I'm not necessarily sure what. I just get the attic. Something about the attic. And then with this final card, the first thing that popped into mind is the separation between the two ladies, and how there was a major issue with that. And again, while I don't necessarily get like the bad vibes from this place at all, and I want to make that clear, it's just that I think there's an issue that can be or should be resolved for that to be even more, again, back to peaceful for the house in the beginning of that. So I don't know, that either was going to be great or that's going to be terrible whenever we flip these cards.
So I almost feel like, based on what you said here and the direction it went, it's almost like this is the foundation that the house was built upon, and these things were added, built on top of that foundation as the years went on. So just thought that occurred. It's the strength card. The idea that this house has seen everything that it's seen, different owners, different families, different personalities, their struggles, their triumphs, all of these things. And still, this house stands strong and firm to this day. Yes, there's issues. They just got the money for a new roof, which is fantastic. But still, it's here, and overall, there's an air of calm here. I mean, yes, I do think we're going to have some great activity tonight. There's definitely spirits here. There's nothing horrific here. Not for one moment have I felt anything negative here to withstand all of those years and all of those different people and personalities and scenarios, and to come out this way as a place of peace. I think that was the intention that was built into this house, and it stayed.
Got it. I like it. Sounds about right.
Remind me what this was that you said.
So what I said about this card was that, like, while this isn't necessarily like a major problem with the overall house itself or anything, that like the structure of it, it's more of somebody here, maybe not even in a negative way, but somebody wants some sort of change, whether that's a different perspective of how people view them, or just maybe it's the lack of attention thing, something of that nature, but something for their own peace of mind to make their afterlife even better. Something needs to change for them.
We have the Hierophant, which I often explain to people as the male equivalent of the High Priestess. So you could call this the High Priest in a sense. There's a high context of spirituality around this card. And I think that is something that served an important place within these walls. I'm going to cling to that word spirituality right now, as opposed to changing that word to religion. Those are two different things to me.
Absolutely.
And I am going to stay with the word that came. Right now, I don't feel any need to change it. Spirituality mattered very deeply to someone in this house, and it's something that's not been as much a part of today's representation as someone would like. This was the attic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Three of Cups reversed, as this can represent connectedness and community. The reversal talks to me about separation or division, and I don't look at that negatively either. I think it's almost like there's different timelines up there, and they don't quite line up. I think there's multiple energies up there that don't understand each other. Why are you here? Why are you in my space? I don't get this. Who are you? I'm going to go as far as using the word conflict,
Okay.
but I think it's conflict that could very well be easily sorted out. Multiple energies in the attic from different places. Some of them might not be organic to those who lived within these walls. And the mother-in-law situation, correct?
Yeah.
That's been heavily on my mind since we got here, when I heard about that. It's the Five of Pentacles. The wilted rose actually makes me want to cry. There is a lot of regret around that whole situation. A lot of regret. At least one or more involved in that situation did not go to their grave with a clear conscience. There's things that they would have done differently. And I think around that, there's a lot of room for healing. I could throw something else out right now, but I am going to hang on to it because I know it's going to come up on its own. It's going to come up on its own. It didn't come up here, so I'll leave it.
Okay. Should be interesting to see what all happens tonight based off of this general sort of what we said here. So
Yeah, just got to see if anything lines up.
it's always, to me, it's one of the coolest experiences because before teaming up with Christopher, I never was involved in any of this. I was very much just like using technical equipment and stuff like that. And ever since, teaming up with him, that's where I've gotten much more into kind of blending what I would call the, psychic arts and stuff like that with the equipment itself. And the way that I've seen these line up the way they do is blown my mind every single time. So I almost want to say the word eye opener is coming to mind. Don't know what that's in context to necessarily, but eye opener it is. That's what I want to say.
I think this is easy. This is a little bit more challenging. But if you come back to this, it'll work out. This is even more challenging and painful. Because even sitting here feeling this, I want to cry. Come back to this, it'll take care of itself. Let's try something.
The reversal is what I think is speaking to me on that.
The tower reversed. The tower representing chaos and upheaval. She's not from this house. She's from somewhere else. Wherever she's from, she's seen a lot of this. She's seen a lot of chaos and upheaval. She carries it with her. It's not something that belongs here. If she's treated the right way, with the right respect, she can heal from that and blend into this foundation. She does need some attention.
Very nice to meet you.
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say we grab our gear and head to our next stop.
Go. I'll leave these out for reference.
Hey guys, so we just finished up with our tarot card reading, and we didn't really get any sort of direct inclination on where we needed to go per se in the reading, but we kind of just got around the table, kind of talked it out, and we kind of just set on the basement for some reason as where I think we need to start. So that's why we are down here in the basement. But most importantly, what I do want to do is I just want to give, again, a huge shout out to 27 Spirits. Damian is such a cool guy. It's been such an honor to investigate with him so far. Can't wait to see what the rest of the night has for us, and can't wait to work with him again. So 27 Spirits, go give Damian a follow, a like. I love what he's doing out there. Such an awesome guy. So please go follow his stuff. If there's anybody here that's in the basement and has any sort of message or anything that they'd like to communicate with us, feel free to.
I'm going to go somewhere with the rods here for a second.
Definitively? Okay.
I wonder if that was an acknowledgement for what I'm about to do.
Maybe. I mean, as soon as you said that, it was definitively.
When I sat down here, I deliberately wanted to sit with my back to the space behind me so I couldn't see it. And I also wanted to sit in between these two side spaces so they're really out of my peripheral and I'm not seeing them. It's not that I don't want to see what's there. I'm not afraid of anything that's there. Just I feel it's important that
Synchrony?
whatever I'm feeling, I don't see it right now. Whether that would be a distraction, whether it would throw things off. Whomever I'm feeling right now, I don't often word things that way when I start with the rods, but here we are. Whomever I'm feeling right now, please point to where you are. So we're all the way around on my left side.
Your left side?
Yes.
Are you saying like where I wanted to place the music box?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you straighten these out, please? Wow, that was very fast. That's great.
Mary? Is your name Mary?
So these opened when you asked that question.
Okay.
I was going to go down a road of please show me yes and no, because I always like to give them that option. I don't like to assume that cross is yes, open is no.
Mekiver? Not 1,000% sure.
So now that we got a response when you asked, is your name Mary? I am going to ask, show me yes and no. Please show me no. No is open, so whomever I've got is not Mary.
Okay.
That doesn't mean Mary's not down here.
Right. I'm with you on that.
And just for clarity, please show me yes.
I'm looking something up because I'm making sure what it is. Okay. So the word, I think it's pronounced macabre, and the definition of it is disturbing and horrifying because of involvement with a depiction of death and injury. So I don't know if that's like I read that and I almost kind of got the idea that like whoever is down here saw something really horrific and they kind of carry that weight.
Does that word relate to...
Doubtless.
Does that word relate to whoever's over my left shoulder? We have a yes.
Okay.
I'm going to put that on hold for a moment. Is Mary actually down here in this space? We gotta know she's not down here.
So is Mary the person that they witnessed die, essentially, maybe?
No.
Satanic symbols. Satanic symbols? I'm not quite sure what that would be referencing because I don't feel that here, but
I don't either.
unless they're just saying that that's not really connected here, but it's involved in this whole macabre situation.
The rods are starting to rock, open and closed, as you're talking.
You want me to continue? Or
Go for it.
I'm just getting a general feeling that whatever this horrific death was, it wasn't actually here. It's more of something that's, I'm not going to say was brought here. It's just that like whatever is in this space is connected to that. And I'm going to say that this Marie person, or
Mary?
it could be Mary. I feel like it's spelled like Marie, but it could be Mary.
What's the spelling?
Marie.
I would call that Marie.
That's why I'm like saying Marie, but
How did I hear Mary the first time you said it?
I didn't. Emmett? The name Emmett? I don't know. Did I say Mary? I thought I said Marie.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember either, so that I could have said Mary, I don't know.
Okay, so I asked the question, is Mary down here? I gotta know. Let's throw this out there. Is Marie down here? No.
Is there somebody in the doorway?
How about Emmett? Emmett just came up.
We have a yes on the rods. There's somebody in the doorway.
If there's somebody standing there, could you step back for a moment, please?
Is that Emmett? Because I feel like about the same time that started going off is when I got the name.
I'm going to come over. If you're not there, cool. If you are there, even better.
We got a yes for that being Emmett.
Okay. So, Emmett is not the person that's behind your left shoulder,
Correct.
but okay.
What I've determined so far is that what's over my left shoulder connects to that word that you looked up.
Right. That's kind of how I felt about it too.
And the rods are still just swinging in and out as we're talking. Can we tone these down for just a second, please?
I'm not quite sure in what way. I just have some sort of feeling that the mention of satanic symbols has something to do with the macabre word. It has something to do with it. But I don't put that in this space. I feel like that was from somewhere else. Why it's here now?
The rods crossed yes.
Okay. I don't know why that would be here now, but I feel like for whatever, I feel like it's connected to the person over your left shoulder, and I almost want to say they're not originally from this house.
I think you're right.
So it's more of, if they're not from this house, how did they get here? Is almost, I feel like, somehow important of how they got here.
When they were showing us around, they mentioned that a Native American often comes through down here.
Right.
Is that who's over my left shoulder? We have a yes on the rods.
Okay.
So I don't quite understand the importance of me not looking. But I feel that. And I almost feel like me honoring that, it's a respect thing. He doesn't want me to look, so I'm not going to.
Okay. Are you able to have your name come up on this device for us?
No.
No. Okay. I can respect that.
If you're able, can you come over and touch one of these devices we have on the floor? We have a device in the doorway with a red light. Can you come over and tap that one time for us? And if you don't want to do that, back here behind us, we have a bell. Makes a nice little ding. We like dings, we like beeps.
I'm curious as to why Emmett felt the need to enter this space.
And with such excitement. I mean...
Right, and that's like what I'm feeling right now, is that like, it almost was like more than just like, when somebody just stumbles upon in a room. It was more of like, Emmett felt the need to come. Arcane knowledge. Okay, that's interesting based off what I was saying. Arcane knowledge. Emmett felt the need that he had to come down here.
So both rods are pointing over my left shoulder again.
So is Emmett basically saying that he's down here in regards to the Native American?
We swung back to center, opened, and then crossed for yes.
Okay. Is it an issue for you, Emmett? Like, do you have a problem with the Native American spirit being here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not really quite sure why. I mean, it doesn't feel like anything is wrong or he's doing anything. Is it just simply that he doesn't belong here?
Yes.
Thank you. Emmett, what were we told? Because we weren't told the name of the original owner of the place, were we?
I mean, it was the Gill family,
Yeah.
but
Right,
I don't
but
know.
I'm not sure.
I remember remember we was up in the attic and she said there was somebody.
Bloomer was the name she said in the attic, I think.
Okay. So I don't know if. Let me ask this, I guess. Emmett, are you a member of the Gill family?
No.
Okay, no. Okay, let me ask this then, I guess. So you're not a part of the Gill family, but you do come from this house?
No.
Okay, well then I'm kind of confused why he thinks he's able to be upset that somebody that doesn't belong here is here when I could argue that if he's not from this house, he doesn't belong here either.
Emmett, are you from here in Galleon? Yes.
Okay. Emmett, are you able to give us a word or a phrase to maybe help us to understand your significance to this town, maybe?
The rods are just moving side to side.
Okay.
I can't answer that.
I can't answer that. Is it that you can't? Let me ask it to you this way. Yes or no? You can't answer that.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the other thought I had. Yes or no? You won't answer that.
Yes.
Okay. Not really quite sure why you won't answer that.
I have a
Go ahead.
couple thoughts in my head.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know she told us the Native American's name,
Yes.
and I remember what it was.
Right.
I'm not going to say it
Mm-hmm.
because that name doesn't feel right to me.
Mm-hmm.
That feels more like a name that's been given to him than the name that actually describes who he is.
Right. I could see that.
As I sit here thinking about him and feeling what's coming from my left shoulder, and the rod's just pointed that way, I feel a suffocating sense of loneliness.
Ghost there.
Ghost there. As soon as he moved the REM pod over where he moved it, it said ghost there. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's what we're going for. Looking for.
That sense of loneliness, I almost feel like God, it's almost hard to say, may have been like the last remaining from his tribe. I am not addressing Emmett right now. I'm sorry. Am I right when I say that? Were you the last?
Blood-soaked grounds.
Blood-soaked grounds.
And these crossed for yes when I asked, were you the last?
Yeah.
That just makes my heart hurt. That's what that does.
I'm going to further on what I was saying earlier based off of what I'm feeling right now. I feel like Emmett's issue isn't even just the Native American being here in this house, but in just here in this town in general.
I agree.
And I think that is the issue. Which, if that is the case, Emmett, we're not going to entertain that. To me, that's despicable.
The rods are swinging, and I don't know which one of them is doing it.
To me, that's a despicable thing not to like that person just because of, they're different from you or anything like that. I mean, to me, that's a very despicable thing. I'm not going to entertain that. You need to learn how to share this space.
I agree with that 100%. So whatever Emmett might be looking for, I'll do nothing to entertain that. The Raj just pointed to the left.
Ask me.
Don't ask me.
I will say that I feel it would be in Emmett's best interest to just let this go.
Right.
For the sake of peace.
Right. I mean, I agree with that. And
that, going back to the reading, is part of the foundation that this house was built on. So just maybe that's why he is in the Native American, settled here. Because despite there being, what was that, blood-soaked ground?
Blood-soaked grounds.
That's not this land here. That's not this foundation that this house was built on.
Right.
I don't feel that anyone that's actually organic to this house has any problem with him being here.
No, I would say you're probably right in that.
So there's not much more I can do with this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I can't let go of yet, I still don't know quite how the names Mary and Marie became intertwined. I'm going to go with the spelling that came through there. And I'm going to say Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Is Marie somewhere in this house? Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna throw it out there. Is she on the second floor?
No.
No. Okay. It's a pretty solid REM pod activity. As the REM pod's going off, it says cool.
Yeah. If there is anybody next to that,
Samantha.
can you please come
Samantha?
back for 1 second?
The name's Samantha.
Leaving it all behind.
Leaving it all behind.
I don't like that.
The rods are just spinning violently. I had to back up so I didn't get impaled by them. And now they've settled.
Does Samantha have like any significance with Marie?
I can't quite tell what the rods are trying to do. I think they're trying to settle. Go ahead and ask that question again.
Does Samantha have any sort of significance with Marie?
No.
No? Okay. So Samantha is separate. I just had something say leaving it all behind. Just real quick, yes or no. Does this pertain to Samantha?
No.
Okay. So now I'll ask, does leaving it all behind pertain to Marie?
No.
Is this still connected to what we were talking about with the Native American?
No.
Okay, so I don't know what that would be.
All right, well, I'll throw something else out there that you threw out there. Does this have anything to do with the second floor? Yes.
Oh.
Well, I guess the second floor is where we're going to end up being.
Is it connected to this idea?
No energy.
No energy? Is it connected to this idea that there were regrets between the mother-in-law that need solved?
You didn't even finish that statement. These went to yes.
So are you saying that that's where we should go next?
These are stuck at yes.
I mean, I'm cool with that. We can move to the second floor and do with that.
And let's hang on to those names, Marie and Samantha.
Yeah.
I don't think those connect there.
No, I wouldn't say they connect there. I mean, we were kind of told they weren't, but I mean, we'll hang on to them for the moment.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll head up to the second floor. So I'm going to go ahead and perform an Estes method to. My gut feeling is telling me that this is going to be in the issues between the mother-in-law is what I think is going to essentially come from this, but we'll see where this goes.
You haven't seen this yet.
I have. But yeah, we're going to start an Estes session up here on the second floor. And who we got? Who's going under?
Christopher's going under.
Christopher, you're going under? With your Buckies?
It's because I go unconscious. I channel so deeply that I wake up all bent over, and it's a little better for my neck. I'm old.
You're old?
I'm old.
Yeah, okay. Old enough to be my kid. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not that young, but anyways, okay, we're gonna get ready for Estes. We've got the bell right here that is sensitive to EMF, and we were trying to debunk a couple of things. We had nothing on us that was making it go off, but we'll see what happens while we're under and see if Mr. Christopher can get his channeling on with this Estes going. All right. That's the session number 1. Let's do it.
Hang on one second. One of you move over here.
No.
We did not.
It felt for a second like one of you just came and stood like right
I
here
think somebody.
on top of me.
I think somebody really wants to talk.
I mean, I thought that would be a little strange for either one of you to do
Right.
that. So that's why I had to ask, like, what's happening and why.
All right. Hello, hello. Christopher, can you hear me? No? Okay. Is there somebody here that would like to speak?
It's about time.
Hi, who is this?
Mrs. Talbot.
Mrs. Talbot? Well, hi, Mrs. Talbot. It's nice to make your acquaintance. How can I help you today?
My son.
Your son? What's wrong with your son?
Too good.
Too good? What is he too good for?
Too good for her.
Talking about your daughter-in-law?
Yes.
Okay. What's your issue with her?
Not smart enough.
Okay. Is that really do you think that's really like a fair assessment?
Never enough.
What does that pertain to?
Can't let go.
Are you saying that it's hard for you to let go of your son?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I can understand, being a mother as far as, not wanting to let go of a child and putting the sort of trust into your daughter.
All I had.
All you had. Just because you don't have to necessarily look at allowing her to be more a part of you and your family, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to lose your son.
Taking him away.
I think in some way, I can understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like that's not necessarily the most healthy way to look at that too. I mean, has your daughter-in-law ever been nasty in any sort of way toward you?
No.
Okay. I think that's a good sign, at least, and that's not what she wants to do. She doesn't want to hurt you or take away your son from you. I think she just wants to be
I saw it before.
saw what before.
That marriage.
That marriage? Are you talking about your own marriage?
No.
Okay, then whose marriage was it?
Parents.
All your parents? Did your parents get divorced?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Did they just grow eventually to resent each other?
Yes.
That make it hard on you growing up?
I feel it.
You feel that sort of resentment. Did they blame you for that?
Felt their pain.
Felt their pain? I'm sorry that you had to feel that pain. That's not really a good situation for anybody to be in. But do you think maybe that's also why maybe you should give her a chance? So that way there's not that sort of resentment in your family?
I hurt him.
Talking about your son?
Dean.
Dean? Is Dean your son or is that someone else?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Is it because of this whole situation with the issue with the daughter-in-law?
I did this.
Are you talking about him kind of separating from you?
Yes.
You pushed him away?
Made him sick.
Sick of you?
Exhausted.
Exhausted? I mean, I can imagine that the amount of bickering that would have came from this, I can imagine so. But that's why I think that maybe it's important to maybe try to resolve that.
Anger holds me.
Anger? Can you not seem to let go of the anger that came from your parents' situation, and that's what essentially is hurting you and your son's relationship?
Yes.
And I know that that is a very hard thing to do, to let something like that go. But I do think that for your own sort of healing process, that you need to learn to let go of all that anger that came from your parents' situation, because that's not something that you can control. But what you can control is how you can make it up to your son.
I'm ready.
You ready? Do you think Dean will be ready?
Yes.
Okay. What about your daughter-in-law?
Don't know.
Would you be willing to talk to her to resolve the issue?
Soon.
Are you saying that you need a little bit more time?
I'll let it go.
To let it go?
Then I can.
Okay. I can understand that. You need a little bit of time to process your own sort of feelings and let go of your own anger and resentment, so that way you can open up a little bit more. I understand that. Is there any way that I can help you in this process? Or is this just something that you need to do yourself?
I need time.
Time? Is Dean here in the house?
No.
No? Where is he?
He left.
He left? Do you know where he is?
No.
No? Okay. Is your daughter-in-law here?
No.
Did she go with him?
Yes. I'm alone. My fault.
I can understand that, but I think just sitting here and kind of beating yourself up about the situation that you're in isn't really going to be productive for you or anybody else. So I feel like, again, you have to forgive yourself for that and learn to let go of that.
I'll do it.
Do it. Okay. Mrs. Talbot, what is your daughter-in-law's name? I never asked.
I can't yet.
You can't say it?
Need time.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to have someone go get Dean, or do you want to have a little bit more time?
Not yet.
Okay. That's fine. Is there anything else that I can do for you today?
No.
Is there anybody else up here that maybe I should speak to before I leave?
Not now.
Not now? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could be of help. I guess I'll go ahead and get him out of the session. Which I guess I really didn't do anything other than maybe she just needed somebody to talk to kind of talk her through her feelings and her thought process on that. I mean, I know sometimes that's how we are. We kind of go through spells where sometimes we just have to get things off of our chest. And if she is here alone with nobody really to talk to, that is willing to talk to her or anything like that, maybe that's why we needed to do this. Maybe we just needed to let her vent to us and talk through that healing process.
Right. So yeah, let's tap him out. While somebody's tapping on that. And then we shall go from there.
I don't feel like just want to sit here and cry.
I mean, it was emotional. And I'll say that. So we very much did connect to the mother-in-law, where she addressed herself as Mrs. Talbert. And she basically said that her son, his name is Dean, and she wouldn't say her daughter-in-law's name, and it's mainly just because she needs a little bit more time to let some things go before she can fully amend the issues. That I think she has a lot of regret, because she very much said that it is the split of her son and herself was from her. And it stems from her parents had issues in their marriage. They never got divorced, but they very much just over time grew to resent each other. And I think through that, she just was so afraid of losing her son that she essentially pushed him away by not wanting someone to come and take him away. And so we didn't really do much for her. My general thought process, like I said to him before we got you out, was that she's just alone. And I think she really just needed somebody to just come and talk to, because there wasn't anything we could really do for her in the sense, you know what I mean, in action-wise. She just needed more time to let go, and before Dean and the daughter-in-law could come back, because I did ask if she wanted me to have someone possibly go get them, because she doesn't know where they are. And she basically just said, not now. She needs a little bit more time, because I think she needs to get things right for herself before she can try to amend it. So, wasn't necessarily a lot that happened in that sense, but I think she just needed somebody to talk to, and I think we were able to do that for her.
But I would be lying if I didn't say it's the kind of place that I would bats. I don't think there's any up here.
I do not believe there is.
I don't think there are. I saw that.
I just
I don't.
I feel like if there was, you'd see a little bit more like remnants of them being up here.
Well, and I think they were also the system floor being closed. Correct. Bats.
Yeah. If there was any hint of that.
All right, I can let it go. Not bats, but there's that. Could be a dead bird.
It's a dead bird. Oh, lovely.
All right, it's gonna be weird, but I'm gonna get a closer look. There's a reason.
I know there's a reason.
It's definitely not a bat.
No.
He's
not.
looking for the way in which the bird is looking or
It's
sprawled
not.
out.
That way.
It's not positioned in the correct way for me to really take notice of it and say there's something I need to do.
I'm just shifted in that corner.
Right, this is weird. Do me a favor.
Huh.
Go do exactly what you just did one more time. Like, go open the door, close it, and start to walk away the exact same way. And if you want, you can pause the same way you did. Recreate that whole moment.
I'm gonna fill it up over here.
I watched something go that way. Someone went that way where you heard the noise. I wanted you to recreate it because I wanted to see if your shadow moved in a way that I thought that's what I was seeing, but it wasn't.
Also, when I heard something shift, you saw something behind me.
Something, right, something went that direction.
Oh shit! I mean, that was what they say, the maid's spot.
Yeah,
So maybe she was going to like hide.
right. That could be.
That's the way that makes me feel.
Right.
Testing. Christopher, can you hear me? Okay. Is there anybody up in this attic that would like to speak with us?
Again,
Again? Who is this?
See what happens.
I have to go.
You have to go. Why do you have to go?
The kitchen.
The kitchen? You're the woman from the kitchen?
I'll be back.
Okay. Do you have to go get somebody?
Move.
You have to move?
Go somewhere else.
Are you talking to us?
Solarium.
Solarium?
Who are they?
Who? Who's who?
The kids.
The kids?
4 of them.
There's 4 of them?
Not mine.
They're not yours? I think they're... This might sound a little strange to you, but I think they're from a different time period.
Shouldn't be here.
I know that there really wasn't any kids here when this house was around. Are they bothering you?
Interactive sessions.
Interactive sessions?
They're loud.
They're loud? Is this where you stay?
From 1910.
That's the year you're from? Is that the year that you're from?
Why are they here?
I guess I'm not 1,000% sure why they're here. I just know that they probably would like to share this space with you.
How many are here with you?
They're bored.
They're bored? They don't have anything to do?
They don't. Leave me alone.
Manipulating objects.
Manipulating objects?
Looking out.
What was that?
Rather.
Well, because literally right before that happened, this said manipulating objects.
Okay. I don't think it was this one because this one was ready to die.
Okay. I just figured I'd point that out.
Yeah.
Where's Nellie?
Who's Nellie?
My wife.
Your wife? What is your name? Can you tell me your name?
And where's Marie?
Oh, so it was Marie. Who's Marie?
Is she
Hiding
in the
from
kitchen?
that person.
Hiding from the bad person. I'm a little confused. Who? I know that you said Nellie was your wife, but who's Marie?
It's out of control.
You're talking about all the people that are in this house?
Tired.
You're tired?
Yes.
Are you the person that kind of heads this house? Protects it?
They won't let me rest.
Are you talking about the kids?
These kids.
Well, I don't really know what to do about that. Is there a space maybe you could go that's a little bit more quiet for you?
She's back now.
Who?
Marie.
Is Marie the maid?
Yes.
Okay. Marie is the maid. Why?
She doesn't like me here.
Why doesn't she like you here?
Her space.
Well, this is her space? So where are you supposed to be?
My escape.
This is your escape?
Peace.
Up. You find peace up here?
Responsibility.
It's your responsibility? Do you protect this house?
I push them hard.
Sinister omens.
Sinister omens? Whenever you say you push them hard, what does that mean?
I need rest.
Potentially.
Potentially. I'm not quite sure how I can help you with that, other than maybe trying to find a spot in the house
There
where
she goes again.
Marie left again.
Back to the kitchen.
Why does she go to the kitchen?
It's her job.
Okay. Is there maybe a place in the house you could go that's even more peaceful so you could rest?
Susan.
Just need rest.
Okay. Is there anything that I can help you with that?
Looking out the window.
Who's looking out the window?
It's peaceful.
That's good. Is it okay if the children stay here?
Let them talk now.
Who, the kids?
These kids.
Okay. They can come and talk to me if they feel up to it.
Hello,
Hi. Who's this?
Jack.
Hi, Jack. Jack, do you like being up here in the attic?
We like it here.
That's nice. Is it because it's nice and peaceful here?
We saw him.
Saw who?
Right there.
Are you talking about the man?
In the chair.
Oh. You've seen him before?
We were playing. Hide and seek.
Oh, wait, so Jack, where are you originally from?
Play with us?
What's that?
Who's that?
What?
Who's the girl?
The older woman?
A little girl.
I don't know. Do you know her name?
Next to him.
There's a little girl right next to him
On the chair.
on the chair.
Hello.
Hi. Is this Susan?
Audrey.
Oh, Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Audrey, is there a reason that you're here?
I'm here
Okay.
to play.
To play? You want to play with the other kids?
Show them.
Hide and seek?
Hide and seek.
Okay. That's something we can do. We can show them how to play hide and seek.
Use the rock.
The rock? Is this something that you and Christopher have
The
done
one I
before?
took.
The one. The one I took. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but something.
Let me show Jack.
Something just shuffled in that bag.
Get the rock.
Get the rock? Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wake him up from the session so we can do this, okay? Is that okay, Audrey?
Get Christopher.
Okay. I'll do that for you. I don't really know who Susan is, but I guess we'll table that for a second. This is always.
I don't know where I am.
You're discombobulated.
I am. I feel like a... What happened? I feel like a revolving door.
You very much were.
What?
It got really interesting, though.
What?
You very much was. It was basically a revolving door.
I don't feel sad like the last one. The last one I just wanted to sit and cry. I don't feel like that at all.
No, this one's more fun.
Well, that's good.
But, like, there are certain people that don't know, like, for instance, there is the man up here. He wouldn't say his name. I asked him a couple times if he would say his name for us, and he just wouldn't. So I don't know if he didn't want to or what. But he kept talking about how, like, he kept asking about the kids, and then he would ask who are these kids? Like, but then he'd ask about, oh, Marie. Found out who Marie is. Marie's the maid. And she kept going back and forth between the kitchen. So whenever you saw her go towards that door, she was going towards the kitchen. And she did this a couple times.
And I kept seeing someone walking around the kitchen.
Yeah. So she goes to the kitchen for her job, according to the man.
Oh.
It's for her job. But I guess he said he likes it up here because it's peaceful. He likes to look out the window. And then he was like, I asked him if he was cool with the kids, and he didn't really answer. He just said, talk to the kids. I was like, okay, I'll talk to them. If any of them.
They're not his kids, right?
No, yeah, they're not his kids. And that was partially like why he's confused, because they're not his. So he said that they shouldn't be here.
I'm confused too.
No, she said during the thing that, like, there wasn't actually any kids that were involved in any of the families at the Gill House. She said something about how, like, I think it's more tied to, like, the house that was originally here before this one. Because remember, she said there was a house that was here, and they basically picked it up and moved it right across the street.
Right.
and then built around it. So she's thinking maybe those kids are just from it and they like over here better.
Yeah. All right.
But then the funniest part, so one of the kids was Jack, and he starts talking, and he's like, "Who's the little girl?" And I'm like, "What little girl?" Like, next to the man in the chair. It's like, okay. He's like, in the chair, like next to him. I was like, oh, okay, so you're talking about next to Christopher. She's in the chair. And I was like, who's this? And she came through, and she's like, Audrey.
What?
Yeah, Audrey came through. And Audrey would like to play hide and seek and show the other kids like Jack how to play hide and seek. So then she said she wants to use the rock that she took. That's what she said.
Nice.
but yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, she wanted to play with the kids and show them how to play hide and seek.
What brought her here?
I don't know. She literally just showed up, like, because I was just talking to the kid, and I wasn't really talking to Jack for that long. And all of a sudden, he's just like, he like interrupted the conversation we were having to just be like, who's the girl? And at first I thought he was like talking about Marie, you know? I'm like, oh, like, is she an older woman? She's like, a little girl. Like, okay. So like, this is a kid that's not involved with them. Like, and then he started saying that she was like standing next to you, or not standing, but sitting next to you in the chair. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, maybe can I talk to her? And then she immediately come through, like, started talking. I was like, who is this? And I was confused at first because, like, I had the name pop up, Susan. So I was like, is this Susan? And she said, no, Audrey. I was like, oh, Audrey, what are you doing here? And she's like, I want to play with the kids. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Like, she's like, hide and seek. And then she started talking about the rock, the one that she took. So I don't know, what brought her here. I think she just, I don't know. I'm kind of just as confused on that as you are. She just really wanted to play. So I was like, okay, I can wake him up.
It almost makes me wonder if she doesn't just like follow me around if she wants to play hide and seek. Like every now and then she just goes on a little trip.
I feel like it's a fair assessment. I mean, because the way that happened was so random. Like, she just came through, and there wasn't anything prompting for her to be there. It was just she wants to play hide and seek.
Some days I feel like I have so many answers, and other days I feel like I just have so many questions.
So she said use the rock, the one that she took. So
Use the rock. Okay, well I know what that means.
I guess I'm kind of confused on what way or how we're going to do this. Have you ever done this before? Like play hide and seek with like a spirit?
Absolutely not.
It's like a very weird concept for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I better explain this a little bit. Or actually, I guess you should explain it a little bit more because you've done this a lot more than I have.
So there's a couple of ways that this can be done. It's interesting that she wants
The rock.
she wants to use the rock. And yes, she has taken this from me. This disappeared from my bag at a place called the Magical Druid in Clintonville, Ohio, and turned up 2 months later, 2.5 hours away, at the old Paulding jail in Audrey's room. So she
That's
did take my rock. What's really interesting is that she and I normally play hide and seek using a Ouija board. We were told we can't use them here.
Yeah.
The fact that she wants to use this, it's almost like she understands she can't use it here. So when someone goes to hide, I'll use the pendulum to communicate with the child, with the spirit, who's going to go and look for the person who's hiding.
Ooh.
We can also do this in the reverse, using rods, where the child or the spirit goes to hide, and then someone, like one of us, uses the rods to go and find them. So
I was gonna say we can do it. We can do it the first way, and the reason being is that, like, since we have more than one person filming, and we basically already said like we're gonna collaborate on giving each other our footage anyway.
right.
I could just like leave this camera up here and come back for it. Because if you want, he can stay with you. I'll go hide and film myself and have you guys find me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just think back.
Okay.
And it said it had,
Audrey,
whatever.
are you here with me? If Noah goes to go hide, are you going to go and find him? He's swinging really hard, just very excited. You know what you need to do. When you find him, you can run past him. You can tap him on the shoulder. You can scream in his ear as loud as you can. Whatever you want to let him know that you're there.
So do you want her to guide you to me, or?
No, I'm going to let her go find you. I want you to feel it.
Okay.
That's one of the... if it were guiding me to you, it would be with the rods.
Right. Okay.
So since we're going this way, in a moment, I'm going to start counting to 10. Well, I'll give you a little longer than count to 10. We'll do 15 and I'll count slow. Because I know we're up in the attic right now.
I don't know that I want to go super, super.
Right, but still, I'll give you some time. Audrey, when I start counting, I want you to start spinning this in big circles. When I'm done counting to 15, you can stop the circles and go find Noah. Once you found him and you get back, I want you to bring this into big circles again. I'm going to start counting. 1.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Noah here, and I'm actually about halfway, or a little bit over halfway, about 3/4 into editing the Gill House video, and I've come across a little bit of a problem. I didn't know it at the time, and again, I didn't notice until I was in the middle of editing, as I am right now. And one of the media files, when we were filming the episode, is corrupted. And specifically, it's the part, as you guys just saw on screen, where we were talking to Audrey in the Estes method, and she wanted to play hide and seek, which is something that we know she likes to do, and we started to do this. And weirdly enough, during the filming of it, I don't know why it happened. It's never happened to me before, so it's not like something... This is the first time I've had to do this. Hopefully it's something I don't have to do a lot in the future, because I want to be able to show that stuff, in real time and the way that it happened. But unfortunately, the file was corrupted in that specific video. Everything around it, before and after, seems to be all there and working just fine. But for some reason, that particular part of the video, the media file, is corrupted. And from the knowledge that I do have about it, I've tried a few different things and nothing was seeming to work and restore that video in the ability to play in Adobe, which I edit through. And again, there's probably ways that you can do it. It's just that I'm not knowledgeable enough to do it. But the things that I have tried, They just didn't seem to work. So instead, at least for this video, I kind of had the idea, what if we just did a little bit of a video in a video inside of a video to kind of explain what happened. And so I guess I'll kind of just talk about what happened, and then we'll get back to the mainline video. Again, I'm really sorry about this. I hope this is not something that I have to do a lot in the future. I don't think so. It's not happened to me before, and it just kind of seemed to be a freak thing. And all right, so let's get into it. So like I said before, we were doing the Estes method with Audrey, and she wanted to play hide and seek. And of course, we were kind of like, yeah, let's do it. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. And the particular one that we decided to use was the pendulum. Krista was going to operate the pendulum, and I was going to go hide. And so essentially, Christopher starts counting, and this kind of gives me an opportunity to, go hide. And so I went back downstairs on the second floor and just went into one of the rooms and found a closet. And I decided to just go hide in that closet. I felt like it was far enough away that I couldn't hear them, they couldn't hear me, and it kind of gave nice little distance for Audrey to come and find me. And on their end, obviously at that point, they're just kind of, waiting for some sort of sign that Audrey came and found me. And I can't really speak much for what happened on their end, obviously, but I do know that on my side, while I was standing there in the closet, and it was really quiet, because like I said, it was far enough away that I wasn't hearing any of the movement that they might have been doing upstairs or anything like that. It was pretty secured and pretty quiet down there. But I was standing there at one point, and I heard like the slightest little tip-tap footsteps, like kind of like some like a kid running. If I had to honestly put a sound to it, it sounded like a kid running, like you know what I mean, like that little bit of a footstep. I heard it, and in the moment I was kind of like, oh, because I'll be honest, at first I was kind of like, I was kind of skeptical. Like, am I really going to feel something, or am I really going to hear something? Or it's kind of like, even if it's not that I didn't believe in it. It was just the fact that, like, I know those types of things take a lot of energy for a spirit to do. And so I'm kind of sitting there hoping, like, I hope she has enough energy to be able to let me know that she found me, so this sort of experiment works in a sense. And surprisingly enough to me, I'm standing there in the closet, and then I heard those footsteps, and in the moment I was like, oh my God, I think I just heard the footsteps. So I went back upstairs, and fortunately, quite literally, right before I walked back up the stairs, they said that the pendulum started spinning again. Basically, that was the sign that they had chose to let Christopher and Damian know that Audrey had found me. And right before I had come up the stairs, she started spinning the pendulum to let them know. So it was a really cool experience. It's definitely something that I know we're going to do again in the future, whenever we see Audrey again. Audrey is actually the spirit of a little girl that is at the old Paulding jail, which kind of makes that story even cooler, because she wasn't from there. She actually followed Christopher to there to play with the other kids and, play hide and seek with us. Again, really sorry that I kind of had to do it this way, just because I kind of wish I could have shown you guys that in that real-time sense, how it happened and everything like that. But unfortunately, really weirdly, the media file was corrupt, and I wasn't able to do that this time. But again, we're going to be doing that experiment in the future. We're going to do it again. And really glad that you guys stuck with me on this. Thank you for watching. Let's get back to the main video.
I did just ask her a second ago if she found you and you were coming back, and she gave us a big yes.
I heard, like, when I was down there, like, when I think she found me, it was like I heard, like, fucking footsteps, like, right next to me.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
I said to him that when I was telling her what she can do to let you know she's there, like run past you, I could have also thrown in there, bite him, just. And then after this went back to circles, when we were waiting for you, I said, this must be what he felt like at Madison. He was waiting for me to get back.
Probably.
So is what I'm getting from what happened before we actually did hide and seek, she was like going to teach the kids to play or something, and like he just doesn't know what.
I think so, because like somebody said at some point that like they're bored.
The
That's
impression
what they said.
that I have is that, okay, if they are bored, he who didn't give his name, I'm going to assume that's Bloomer Gill.
That's
I'm
what I
going to
assumed, but I didn't want to. Right, I didn't want to just.
I almost feel like because they're bored, they don't give him much peace.
Oh no, that was that was very much a thing.
All right, so maybe now he can get some peace now that they've got a new game to play. Audrey, thank you for coming in. I don't quite understand how or why, but okay, it works. I guess this isn't the first time someone from that location's come through for me in a different location. It's the first time she has. It is what it is.
Right.
Wow. My mind's a little blown.
It's so odd though, because like I feel like.
Did it die on you? Oh.
I feel like this one has been so odd because like we don't really have like nobody telling us about a clear cut mission they want us to accomplish.
Right.
We're just going places and we're talking to them for a second. They're like, "Oh, there's really nothing you can do to help me. It's just like I'm just here."
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a tremendous amount of work that needs to be
Maybe
done
that's
there.
part back to like the idea of peace.
Right.
There really isn't a lot that we need to resolve for. Because even the part that we did, I think the only part of that really was just nobody. I just get the feeling nobody really talks to her, so she is really alone. Nobody talks to her, so she needed somebody to just vent to for a minute and process how she was feeling,
Right.
so that she could start to go through the healing process.
Right.
But other than that, we didn't really do anything other than just sit there and talk to her for a second. So this one's kind of a weird one, but
Two things that are still on my mind. You said we determined Marie was the maid.
yeah, Marie is the maid, and she's the one that has been going to the kitchen.
I almost feel like there's
technically two kitchens.
Correct.
So there's this. I assume the one as soon as he said that, the one that popped in my head was this one on the second floor, not the one on the main floor. So that might be somebody still completely different. Because I know that was the one that you said you kept seeing somebody move in.
right.
So it could be that one. But I just know that whenever he said that she kept going to the kitchen, I just pictured the one on the second floor, like she was going up and down the stairs for it. Because she would leave for a little bit, but she wasn't gone long. She'd be back in somewhat quick a time.
I don't know. Part of me feels like there's something she wants to say.
Marie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I talked to the lady who showed us around about getting that doll up off the floor.
Right.
I also feel like there's just another piece to that I need. At the very least, I want to try to figure out what they should call her.
Her name?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's something very much attached. Someone. Yes, someone, not something. She deserves her name to be known. There's a name that popped into my head. But I think at some point we can make it back into that room. I'd like to explore that way instead of just throwing the name out there and saying this is it because it popped into my head. Things pop into my head all the time.
Right.
I'm guessing all of the kids may have run off to go play hide and seek.
Yes, it was for the most part. Everybody's hiding.
Yeah, right? Boomer just wants peace and quiet. I can't quite determine if Marie's in her corner or if she went downstairs.
Well, right. And I think something that came up during it that at the time I didn't really entertain it because I don't think I understood it, what it meant, at least at the time. But what came up on this while we were talking, it said hiding from the bad man. And at first, because I took that as like negative, like something really bad. But then as I sat here and thought about it, I think the man up here is just misunderstood, or I think he's misunderstood because what he said was that he pushes them a little hard sometimes.
Oh.
I think I almost kind of get this idea of like, I don't know if I want to say necessarily military, but like he was very stern in that sense. Like he liked order. He liked things to go a certain way. Chaos really wasn't his thing. He liked things to be a certain way. And so that was just, I think, where he pushed people in that sense. So I think that he's misunderstood in that sense. So that's where it's like I feel like Marie being in the corner is him kind of hiding. It's kind of her hiding from the bad man.
Oh.
Is kind of how I interpret that now.
That
Not that he is a bad person, just that like I think he's a little stern and he's intimidating because she's the maid, that'd be her boss or whatever.
Reminds me of when I first connected to one of the doctors at FCI. Almost the same thing, just stiff and rigid and stern. And if you didn't know him and what his intentions were, you might view him as being mean, but he was not mean.
Right.
He had a job to do.
Right.
And he took it very seriously.
Yeah, I think he said at one point it was his responsibility. I think he said that at one point. So that's just where I thought I'd bring that back up. 'Cause at the time, I didn't really entertain it, and it was mainly because I didn't want it to go the wrong way.
Right.
Because I knew it didn't. I knew it when it said, hiding from the bad man. I knew it didn't mean it in a like evil sense, but like I guess I needed more time to wrap my head around it. But now that I've had some time to think about it, I think that's what it was meaning.
Yeah, I can see that. What do we think we want to do?
I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like lost now.
Yeah.
Typically we're given some sort of mission to do, but today we have not been.
Can we go back down to that doll and see if we get something?
Yeah.
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 Since we've determined that there is someone attached to that doll, and that she does not need to be on the floor, I really want to get her name. I have put a note in my phone of a name that popped into my head. I'd love it if whoever's attached to the doll behind me could give us their name to verify or not what's in my phone. Can you give us your name?
Can you please use this device that's on the table to say what your name is? You will be able to pick it up.
Twisted Dimensions.
Twisted Dimensions.
Cool. Doesn't quite answer the question, but I'm willing to go with that. Probably does feel a little bit like that for them, I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah, so many different layers going on.
Right.
Everybody's twisted, intertwined somehow.
Right.
It's just too many things going on at once for them. What it seems like, it feels like.
I mean, there's the Native American who technically doesn't belong to the house. There's random children up in the attic who don't seem to belong to the house. There's Audrey randomly popping in.
Right.
Which I don't know that that's such a normal occurrence. I think we figured out how that happened. Whoever's behind me, whoever's attached to the doll, can you show us that you know how to operate these? Can you open these as wide as you can? Can you bring them back to center? Can you cross them? Back to center. Other than myself, point to the two other people in the room. I can live with that. Just for fun. To keep this easy, we are going to use cross for yes, open for no. Do you feel better now that you're up off the floor? I'm glad. Did the kids happen to leave the attic a little while ago while they were playing hide and seek? Did they come in here with you? Are you yourself a young girl? Maybe you can answer through the device on the table. How old are you?
quite know how to interpret that.
It kind of looked like a 7.
I never even thought of that. Can you do that again, please? It's actually pretty cool. I didn't even think of that. Is that what you were trying to do? You're trying to tell us you're 7 years old? I don't know who I'm more impressed with, her for doing that way or you for figuring it out. Well done. Are you comfortable being with that doll? Can you leave the doll if you want? Maybe, since the kids seem to know how to play hide and seek, maybe you can play with the kids a little bit more. That's something you think you can do? One more time, if you can. Please say your name. And maybe
Airport.
All right.
that is not the name that I wrote down on my phone.
You mean it's not airport? Please use that device. Please, please, please. Can you please say your name?
Is there
Purchase.
For chickens.
an airport out this way? Do either of you happen to know that?
Mm-mm.
I do not.
I'm going to look that up. I think that's actually important. Callahan does have its own municipal airport. That could lead me down a road that I don't know is productive for me to go down, so I'm not going to. You know, it seems you're comfortable where you're at. Maybe you've made friends with some of the other kids. If I say the name that popped into my head, maybe you can use these to confirm that for us. And I'll make sure I give the people out there that name so maybe more people can start interacting with you. Is your name Isabel? That's the name I wrote in my phone. I think I can be at peace with that. I just needed that wrapped up.
Right.
Difference.
Made a difference.
I try.
It's a nice sentiment.
For sure. Sometimes it's nice to hear others recognize our identity. I feel like that's all she needed.
feel like that's what a lot of them have needed
Right.
today.
I don't need to dig at how she got here, why, where she's from. I don't feel that will make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I can let that go. What's on your mind?
It just felt like the closing of a book.
Yeah.
Like there really wasn't anything else we needed to do.
Yeah. I guess going back to the word peace coming up during the reading, I feel very much at peace right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. Let me say this. Like, I honestly, I didn't, like, we were talking about, we don't feel any negativity.
Austin.
Oh, now you want to say it. So Austin was here right now. But anyway, what I was saying is, like, okay, we didn't have a lot of like crazy every device going off, but we got interaction. We got some activity. I believe we talked to one or more different people, spirits. And at this moment, I don't feel that we are searching for anything else right now. They're not trying to get at us to find anything else out. They're at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like normally I would feel like I need to do more. Like I didn't even do anything tonight, like crazy or anything. I just was relaxed and sat back and just took it all in.
Yeah.
Like, so I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not feeling like I'm missing anything at this place at this time. Maybe another time, maybe it'll hit me. I don't know. But I think for me, I can honestly say that it was a nice, really cool, chill evening with the spirits of the Gill House.
It was. Sometimes what we step into is so chaotic and crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's
very true.
I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Not in the least.
This was nice. It was a nice change of pace. I know we'll go back to the chaotic and crazy because there's so many loose
I
ends.
feel like we go back to that next weekend.
For sure. Or maybe even a little bit tomorrow, even though that won't be recorded.
Right.
But the experience itself is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The things that you will feel there.
I think it's nice even on the sentiment of, I think sometimes we get carried away in the sense of all these different places that we get thrown into these mysteries and missions that we have to complete and resolve all these things. I think we forget that there are places like this that don't need that.
Right.
You know, they're just here. They're vibing. They're living their life in the afterlife, and I think it's nice to have that sort of reminder that not every place is like the crazy places that we go that have so many unresolved things, and maybe this right here is the goal and why we try to help the spirits that we do, so they can get to a place like this where they don't need that anymore.
Right. You know, coming here, this location was never really on my radar. It wasn't something that was jumping out at me as something I had to do. I mean, unlike, the story of before I ever went to Bel Air House, I even decided to try to take a little astral journey and try to get in there because I had so many questions about that place even before going there. It was very much on my radar.
Right.
I didn't really think much about this place until Crawford Paracon when they were at the table next to us. All right, yeah, let's go check it out.
I think the places where it does get crazy and there's all the insanity, those are the places that like jump out. There's a sense of knowing we have to go there. There's something that has to be done.
Right.
The fact that we had an opportunity to come here and nothing really needed to be done, I mean, bonus.
Right. I agree with that sentiment there.
And still, I feel like those who are here got some degree of help tonight.
Right.
Even if it wasn't in the capacity or sense that we're used to, I feel like we made a difference. I mean, it even came through. So I guess I can be very happy.
Mhm.